G'day YouTube. Yeah, after my repair of that little Ryobi generator, I got curious about paralleling them together with obviously I've got a Honda generator here. I was a little bit nervous doing this, but after all research and doing a few tests with the multimeter on the frequency and the voltage that these two put out, I had a long read up on the internet. I actually decided to try it. Now, it was at my own risk. I'm not going to suggest anyone else does this, but I have had no issue paralleling the Ryobi RIG2000PC with my Honda EU2000 or EU20i. I was just going to give you a bit of a rundown on how I connected mine, and show you some tests, with the voltage, and show you how similar they are, and how when I first start the Honda, it runs about 2 volts higher, but as soon as I link the parallel, obviously when the parallel cord's hooked up and I start the Ryobi, they both sync at the exact same voltage, so they don't seem to have an issue, and the frequencies are exactly 50 hertz. I put that's about 2000 watts that load, or 1800 when it's on setting 2, and I also got my shop vac that I turned on. What you just got to remember is when you're syncing generators, one's got to be the master and one's got to be the slave, so you take your pick which one's which. So all your load has to plug into one generator. You can't have like one lead into one generator, one on the other. One becomes the master and one just backs up the other one. So it can be the Ryobi, in my example, is the master and the Honda is the slave, or the other way around. But yeah, do this at your own risk. This was on my dollar. They work absolutely perfectly together. I put a massive load on them up to 3200 watts, which they should be just capable of doing. They're 1600 watts each, and never had an issue. No, nothing gets hot, nothing crazy went on. I've run it for over half an hour so far, and I intend to run this together a bit further because we lose power here where I live quite often. Anyway, I'll give you a bit of a rundown on how to hook them up. So I connected the generator with from what I understand, it doesn't matter which way these go, but I put the black lead to the left and the red lead to the right. When you test these with the multimeter, it doesn't seem to have it's not polarity sensitive. Anyway, I ran mine initially when I first started with the eco switches off, so that they run at full speed. Doesn't seem to matter which generator you start first, they just sync to each other. So obviously on the Honda, black in the left, red in the right, ground cable connected. And this, I just got this off eBay, this parallel cord. It was for a Honda, but it looks like I think they're all the same from the looks. And on the Ryobi, I went the red banana jack to the right and the black one to the left, same as the Honda. I don't think it matters, but that's how I did it, and it's working. And obviously the ground cable connected. You never want to run a generator, no matter what, hanging onto these and not plugged in. These will kill you if you were to hang on to both of these cables at the same time and somehow touch the live conductors inside, you'd be dead. So yeah, just be aware of that. But again, works for me. Your mileage may vary, as they say. So what I'll do, I'll fire up the Honda first and I'll show you the voltage on that guy. I'll then shut it down, I'll start this guy and I'll show you the voltage. There's about a 2 volt difference roughly, and you'll see that they do sync when I start them. So yeah, let's fire one up and see how it goes. About a volt difference, 241.2, so it's about a volt difference. So what I'll do is I'll start the Honda, I won't bother shutting the Ryobi down now. check the frequency. My meter's playing up, but I use my other multimeter and it definitely is 50 Hz, exactly the same. So let's plug a load in and see what happens. Yeah, so guys, I just decided not to use the heat gun because it's only about 1600 watts. So my jug pulls anywhere from 2200 to 2400 watts, which is still, between these two, will easily handle it. And I wanted to have the spare power point on this generator so I could show you the voltages between the two with this under a pretty significant load. So we'll fire him up and we'll show you some checks and tests. Both within 0.3 of a volt, easily handling that jug. They both come up at the same time. What I'll do is I'll put the eco throttles on and we'll try and go and see if they operate on eco as well. Yeah, righto, so they're both running on eco now, and yeah, we'll turn the jug on and see if they rev up at the same time. There you go, the jug was just about to boil. Yeah, that's about 2400 watts. I'd like to use my thermal gun, but it's cut out on thermal overload. It's got to cool down because I've been testing this for a little while. Working absolutely perfectly, absolutely stone cold. The voltages are nearly identical. They're within 0.2, 0.3 of a volt. They're acting exactly how they should. What I can do is I'll plug it into the Honda and we'll make it the master and this one be the slave. Yeah, well there you go guys, so jug's boiled. 2,400 watts, I think I've seen it pulling roughly 2.3 to 2.4. Working absolutely perfectly together, no issue whatsoever. Like I said, nothing's getting hot. The frequencies are identical. I had to break out my other meter to test the frequencies on these, but the battery's flat, and this one for some reason it's not measuring frequency. It hasn't done since I've owned it, just a shitty cheap meter, but they are dead on 50. So yeah, hope this helps someone and answers a few questions. So yeah, thanks very much YouTube, bye.